Welcome to my channel, Bookish English. Have you ever felt this pain? You understand English in your mind, but when you try to speak, your mouth does not move. You know the answer. You know the words. You even practiced before. But in the real moment, your brain suddenly says, wait first. Translate it. Then you translate. Then you check grammar. Then you worry about mistakes. Then the other person is still waiting. And inside, you feel embarrassed. You think, why can I understand English but I cannot speak English? Listen carefully. Your problem is not that you are weak. Your problem is not that you have no words. Your problem is that your brain is taking the slow road. Today, I will show you how to build the fast road. By the end of this lesson, you will learn how to connect English directly with your thoughts, your actions, your feelings, and your daily life. Stay with me until the end, because this lesson can change the way your brain speaks English. Chapter 1. Why your brain freezes. Have you ever tried to speak English, but suddenly your mind became empty? Maybe someone asked you a very simple question, like, what did you do today? And you knew the answer. You were not silent because you had no answer. You were not silent because you were lazy. You were not silent because your English was completely weak. No. Deep inside, you had the answer. You wanted to say, I woke up early. I drank tea. I went to work. I studied English. But when the moment came, your brain did something strange. First, it ran to your own language. Then, it tried to translate every word into English. Then, it started checking grammar. Then, it started asking, is this sentence correct? Will people laugh? Am I making a mistake? And before you could speak, the moment was gone. The other person was waiting. You felt pressure. Your heart became fast. Your face became serious. And you thought, why can't I speak? I know English. I understand English. But why does my brain freeze? If this happens to you, listen carefully. Your brain is not broken. Your English is not hopeless. You are not stupid. You are not too old. You are not too slow. Your brain is only doing too many jobs at the same time. This is the real problem when you translate in your head. Your brain is not doing one simple job. It is doing 3 hard jobs. First, it thinks in your own language. Second, it searches for English words. Third, it checks grammar before speaking. That is too much pressure for one small moment. This is why speaking feels heavy. This is why your answer comes late. This is why you can understand a video, but you cannot answer quickly in real life. Understanding is slower and safer. Speaking is faster and more stressful. In speaking, your brain needs to work quickly. But when translation stands in the middle, your brain takes the long road. Think about this simple picture. Imagine there are 2 roads in your brain. One road is very old. You have used it since childhood. This road is your own language. It is wide, strong, and fast, because you have practiced it for many years. The second road is English. Maybe this road is new. Maybe it is still weak. Maybe it is still under construction. So when you want to speak English, your brain automatically runs to the old road first. It says, "Let me think in my language first. Then I will change it into English." This feels normal because your brain loves familiar roads. But fluency means building a new road. Fluency means your idea goes directly to English. You see water, and your brain says, "Water." You feel tired, and your brain says, "I am tired." You want help, and your brain says, "Can you help me?" No long road. No heavy translation. No waiting too long. But please understand this important truth. Translation is not your enemy in the beginning. Translation helped you start learning. Translation helped you understand many words. Translation opened the first door. So do not hate yourself because you translate. Do not say, "I am bad because I translate." No. Translation is only an old habit, and habits can be changed with practice. The goal is not to stop translating in one day. The goal is to slowly train your brain to use English directly. One small sentence at a time. One small thought at a time. One small daily practice at a time. This is how real change happens. Your brain learns from repetition. If you repeat the same English sentence again and again in real life, your brain slowly begins to trust that sentence. It becomes faster. It becomes easier. It becomes automatic. Let us practice right now. Do not only listen, practice with me. Look at yourself now. You are watching this video. Say slowly, "I am watching this video." Again, "I am watching this video." Now say, "I am learning English." Again, "I am learning English." Now say, "I am training my brain." Again, "I am training my brain." Good. These sentences are simple, but they are powerful. Why? Because you are not translating a big idea. You are connecting your real life to English. You are watching, so you say, "I am watching." You are learning, so you say, "I am learning." You are practicing, so you say, "I am practicing." This is how your English brain wakes up. Now let us make it a little stronger. Say, "I am learning English because I want to speak." Again, "I am learning English because I want to speak." Now say, "I feel nervous, but I can try." Again, "I feel nervous, but I can try." This sentence is very important because many English learners wait until fear disappears. But fear may not disappear first. You speak with fear, and slowly the fear becomes smaller. You try with a shaking voice, and slowly your voice becomes stronger. You make small mistakes, and slowly your brain becomes brave. Speaking English is not only about words, it is also about emotions. If your mind feels danger every time you speak, your brain will freeze. But if your mind feels safe, your brain will open. So today, I want you to remember one powerful line. Your brain is not empty. Your brain is overloaded. When you cannot answer quickly, it does not mean you know nothing. It means your brain is carrying too much at once. It is carrying translation, grammar, fear, pressure, and perfection. In this video, we will slowly remove that weight. We will not force your brain. We will train your brain. We will not say, stop translating now, Ollie. We will say, let us build a better path, a simple path, a direct path, a path from life to English. And in the next chapter, I will show you why translation is only a habit, not your destiny. You will understand why your brain keeps translating, why you should not feel shame, and how to slowly change this old habit into a new English thinking habit. Keep watching, because once you understand this, you will stop fighting your brain and start training it the right way. Chapter 2: Translation is a Habit. Now, before we go deeper, I want you to relax your heart for a moment. Many English learners feel bad when they translate in their head. They think, I should not translate. Good English speakers do not translate. If I translate, maybe I am not improving. And because of this thought, they feel shame. They feel pressure. They feel like they are doing something wrong every time their brain goes back to their own language. But listen carefully, my friend. Translation is not a crime. Translation is not proof that you are weak. Translation is not a sign that you can never become fluent. Translation is only a habit, and a habit can change. You did not choose this habit in one day. Your brain learned it because, for many years, you learned English through your own language. Maybe in school, your teacher said one English word and then gave the meaning in your language. Maybe you opened a dictionary and looked for translation, or right so. Maybe you memorized long vocabulary lists with meanings in your own language. So your brain learned one path, first my language, then English. That path became strong because you used it many times. So today, do not fight your brain. Do not hate your brain. Do not say, why are you translating again? Your brain is only doing what it practiced for a long time. The brain loves repeated actions. If you repeat one action again and again, the brain says, this is the normal way. That is why translation feels automatic. You hear an English sentence, and your brain quickly tries to change it into your language. You want to say something in English, and your brain first creates the sentence in your language. This is not because your brain is bad. This is because your brain is trained in the old way. But here is the good news. Soon, the same brain can be trained in a new way. If your brain learned the translation road, it can also learn the English thinking road. Think about a child learning to ride a bicycle. In the beginning, the child may use small support wheels. Those wheels help the child feel safe. They stop the child from falling. But if the child keeps those support wheels forever, the child will never ride freely. Translation is like those support wheels. In the beginning, translation helps you understand. It helps you know the meaning. It gives you safety. But if you use translation for every sentence, every answer, every conversation, then your speaking cannot become fast and natural. You are still riding with support wheels. You are moving, yes, but not freely. So the goal is not to throw translation away with anger. The goal is to slowly remove it with practice. This is very important. I am not saying never translate again. No, that is too stressful for beginners. If you are an absolute beginner, sometimes translation will help you. If you see a new word and you really do not understand it, translation can open the door. But after the door is open, you must enter the English room. Do not stand outside forever. For example, you learn the word hungry. The more meaning, maybe first you understand it through your language. That is okay. But after that, connect it with your real feeling. When your stomach needs food, say, I am hungry. Do not first say it in your language. Feel the hunger and say in English, I am hungry. This is the new training. This is how one word leaves the notebook and enters your life. Let us practice this now. Do not only listen, speak with me slowly. Look at water or imagine water. Say, water. Again, water. Now say, I need water. Again, I need water. Now say, I am drinking water. Good. This is direct English. You are not building a big sentence through translation. You are connecting the thing with the English word. Now feel your body. Maybe you are tired. Say, I am tired. Again, I am tired. Now say, I need rest. Again, I need rest. Now say, I want to sleep. Good. These sentences are small, but they are not weak. They are the beginning of your English thinking brain. Many learners make one big mistake. They think fluency means speaking long and difficult sentences. No. Fluency starts when simple English comes quickly. When someone asks, how are you? And you can say, I am fine. But a little tired without translating, that is progress. When someone asks, what are you doing? And you can say, I am watching a lesson without stopping for a long time, that is progress. When you can say, I do not understand, please speak slowly, without fear, that is also fluency beginning inside you. Small English is not baby English. Small English is the foundation, or word. A big building stands on small, strong stones. So from today, change your goal. Do not say, I must stop translating completely. That sentence creates pressure. Say this instead. Today, I will translate a little less. This is a better goal. This is a kind goal. This is a real goal. If yesterday you translated every sentence, today try to say 5 simple sentences directly in English. If today you can say 5, tomorrow try 10. If this week you can name things in your room, next week you can describe your actions. This is how your brain changes. Not by magic, not by pressure, not by hating yourself. Your brain changes by small repeated practice. And remember this powerful truth. Your translation habit is not your destiny. It is only your old training. You can create new training. You can teach your brain to look at a cup and say cup. You can teach your brain to feel nervous and say, I feel nervous, but I can try. You can teach your brain to see your daily life in English. Every time you do this, you are building a new road. At first, the road is small. Then it becomes stronger. Then one day, English will not feel like a heavy school subject. It will feel like a living voice inside your mind. Now keep watching, because in the next chapter, we will start the real training. We will learn how to connect English words directly to life, not to translation. We will wake up the words around you, your room, your phone, your cup, your feelings, your actions. All of them can become your English classroom. And once English enters your real life, your brain will slowly stop running back to translation. Chapter 3. Connect words to life. Now we are going to start the real training. In the first chapter, you understood why your brain freezes. In the second chapter, you understood that translation is only a habit, not your destiny, through chapter 3. But now the important question is this: how do we train the brain to stop running back to your own language every time you want to speak English? The answer is simple, but very powerful. You must connect English words to real life, not only to a notebook, not only to a translation, not only to grammar rules. You must connect English to the things you see, the actions you do, the feelings you feel, and the life you live every day. Many English learners know many words, but those words are sleeping. They are sleeping in notebooks. They are sleeping in mobile apps. They are sleeping in vocabulary lists. You may know the word chair, but when you want to speak, your brain does not bring it quickly. You may know the word hungry, but when you feel hungry, your brain first says it in your own language. You may know the sentence, "I am tired," but when someone asks you, "How are you?" your mind still becomes slow. Why? Because the word is not connected deeply to your real life. You learned it as information, but you did not use it as life. And English becomes fast only when English becomes part of life. So today, we will wake up your words. We will take English out of the notebook and put it into your room, your kitchen, your street, your feelings, your hands, your eyes, and your daily routine. This is how your brain learns naturally. When a child learns a language, the child does not sit with a big grammar book and translate every object. The child sees a cup, hears cup, touches the cup, uses the cup, and slowly the word becomes real. This is why children remember words deeply. The word is connected to life. You can do the same thing with English. Maybe you are not a child, but your brain still learns through connection, repetition, and meaning. At first, let us start with a very simple practice. Look around you right now. Maybe you can see a phone. Say, phone. Again, phone. Now say, this is my phone. Again, this is my phone. Now make it alive. Say, I use my phone every day. Good. You just moved from one word to one real thought. Now look at a chair. Say, chair. Again, chair. Now say, this is a chair. Now say, I am sitting on a chair. Very good. This is not difficult English, but this is real English. Your brain is learning to see something and go directly to English. Now look at a door. Say, door. Now say, the door is closed, or say, the door is open. Look at a table. Say, table. Now say, my phone is on the table. Look at water. Say, water. Now say, I need water. Now say, I am drinking water. Do you see what is happening? You are not memorizing dead words. You are making English alive. You are teaching your brain that English is not only a subject, English is a way to describe your world. Now we will go one step deeper. Do not only name objects. Describe actions. Actions are very important because speaking is full of actions. Every day you walk, sit, eat, drink, open, close, write, listen, watch, learn, and think. These simple verbs can make your English strong. Say with me, I am sitting. Again, I am sitting. Now say, I am watching this video. Again, I am watching this video. Now say, I am learning English. Again, I am learning English. Now say, I am training my brain. This sentence is powerful because it tells your mind what you are doing. You are not just watching, you are training your brain. Now connect English to your feelings. This is very important because many learners only practice objects, but real speaking includes emotions. Say, I feel nervous. Again, I feel nervous. Now say, I feel nervous, but I can try. Again, I feel nervous, but I can try. Now say, I feel slow, but I am improving. Again, I feel slow, but I am improving. These sentences build emotional trust inside you. They tell your brain, it is okay. I can speak slowly. I can make mistakes. I can still continue. This practice may look small, but it is not small. It is brain training. Your brain builds strong paths through repeated use. If you always connect English words to your own language, your brain will keep using translation. But if you start connecting English words to real objects, real actions, and real feelings, your brain slowly builds a new path. The path becomes, I see it, I feel it, I say it in English. This is the shortcut. This is the new road. So today, your practice is very simple. Choose 5 things around you. Name them in English. Then make one sentence with each thing. For example, this is my phone. This is my cup. The door is open. My book is on the table. I am sitting on a chair. Then choose 5 actions. Say, I am walking. I am eating. I am drinking. I am listening. I am learning. Then choose 3 feelings. Say, I am happy. I am tired. I am nervous. But I can try. If you do this every day, your English will not stay only in your notebook. It will enter your life. And remember this line, your words are not weak. They are just waiting to be used. Every time you use a word in real life, that word becomes stronger. every time you say a small sentence about your real action. Your brain becomes faster every time you speak about your feeling in English. Your confidence grows. Now keep watching, because in the next chapter, we will take these words and turn them into small English sentences. This is where your speaking will become stronger, because words are the first step, but sentences are where your English mind truly begins to wake up. Chapter 4. Think in small sentences. Now you have learned one powerful thing. English must connect to your real life. You look at your phone and say, "This is my phone." You look at your cup and say, "I am drinking tea." You feel nervous and say, "I feel nervous, but I can try." This is how your English brain begins to wake up. But now we are going to take the next step. This step is very important, especially for beginners. If you want to stop translating in your head, do not start with big English. Start with small English. Do not force your brain to make long, beautiful, perfect sentences. Your brain is already tired from translating, checking grammar, and feeling fear. So give your brain something simple. Give your brain one small sentence at a time. Many English learners make the same mistake. They want to speak like advanced speakers from the first day. They want to say long sentences. They want to use perfect grammar. They want to sound intelligent. They want to answer quickly and beautifully. But when they try to make a big sentence, their mind becomes stuck. Why? Because the sentence is too heavy. The brain first thinks in the native language, then tries to translate, then searches for grammar, then worries about mistakes, and then suddenly, the learner says nothing. This is why many learners say, "I know English, but I cannot speak." The problem is not always vocabulary. The problem is that they are trying to carry a big sentence before their brain is ready. So today, I want you to remember this line. Small sentences are not weak. Small sentences are powerful. Small sentences are the first steps of fluency. A child does not start speaking with long sentences. A child starts with small words, then small sentences, then bigger thoughts. You can do the same. You do not need to think in English like a professor today. You only need to think in English like a learner who is moving forward. If you can say, "I am tired" without translating, that is progress. If you can say, "I need water" without stopping, that is progress. If you can say, "I am learning English" without fear, that is progress. These small sentences are building your English brain. Let us practice this together. Do not only listen, speak with me. Say, "I am learning." Again, "I am learning." Now say, "I am learning English." Again, "I am learning English." Now say, "I am learning English." Every day. Good. Look at what happened. We started with a very small sentence, and slowly we made it bigger. This is the right way. Your brain feels safe. Your mouth moves easily. Your confidence grows slowly. Now try another one. Say, "I need water." Again, "I need water." Now say, "I need water because I am thirsty." Good. You are not translating a difficult idea. You are building a small English thought. Now let us use some simple sentence starters. These will help your brain think faster. The first one is, I am say, I am sitting. Say I am watching. Say I am listening. Say I am practicing. These sentences are easy, but they are real. You can use them every day. The second sentence starter is, I need heal. Say I need help. Say I need practice. Say I need time. Say I need confidence. The third one is, I want. Say I want tea. Say I want to speak. Say I want to improve. Say I want to think in English. The fourth one is, I feel. Say I feel happy. Say I feel tired. Say I feel nervous. Say I feel nervous, but I can try. These sentence starters are like keys. They open the door of speaking. When your mind goes blank, do not search for a big sentence. Start with one key. I am. I need. I want. I feel. I can. These small beginnings give your brain a path. And once your brain has a path, it can continue. For example, if someone asks you, how are you? You do not need a perfect answer. You can say, I am fine. Then add one more idea. I am fine, but I am tired. Then add one more. I am fine, but I am tired. Because I worked today. This is how small English becomes real speaking. There is also a deep brain reason behind this. Your brain learns faster when the action feels possible. If you give your brain something too difficult, it feels danger. It becomes slow. It becomes afraid. But when you give your brain small sentences, it feels safe. It says, I can do this. And when the brain feels safe, it repeats. When it repeats, it becomes faster. When it becomes faster, it becomes automatic. This is how fluency grows. Fluency is not born from pressure. Fluency is born from repeated small success. So today, I want you to stop waiting for perfect English. Do not say, I will speak when I know more grammar. Do not say, I will speak when I know more words. Start now with the words you already know. Say small things about your real life. In the morning, say, I am awake. In the kitchen, say, I am making tea. Before studying, say, I am ready. When you feel afraid, say, I feel afraid, but I can try. At night, say, I practice today. This is not just speaking practice. This is identity practice. You are teaching yourself, I am an English speaker in training. Now here is a powerful 60-second practice for you. Repeat after me slowly. I am learning English. I am training my brain. I am not afraid of small sentences. I can speak slowly. I can make mistakes. I can try again. I can think in English, one sentence at a time. Say these sentences every day. Do not only say them with your mouth. Feel them in your heart. Because every time you say them, you are building confidence. You are telling your brain that English is not danger. English is practice. English is growth. English is your new habit. And remember this, you do not need big English to begin. You need living English. You need English that comes from your day, your room, your feelings, and your actions. Small sentences are the bridge between silence and fluency. First, you say one word, then one sentence, then one thought, then one answer, then one conversation. This is the road. Now keep watching, because in the next chapter, I will show you another powerful secret. Fluent speakers do not build every sentence word by word. They use ready-made groups of words. They use chunks. And when you learn chunks, your speaking becomes faster, smoother, and more natural. This is where your English will become even stronger. Chapter 5. Use chunks, not words. Now you have learned how to connect English to life. You have learned how to think in small sentences. But maybe you still have one big problem. Maybe you know many English words, but when you try to speak, those words do not come together. You know the word speak, you know the word English, you know the word practice, you know the word confidence. But when someone asks you a question, your brain becomes slow. You start searching for one word, then another word, then grammar, then sentence order. And suddenly, you feel stuck again. You think, why can I understand English, but I cannot make sentences quickly? My friend, this pain is very real. And today, I want to show you one powerful reason. Maybe your words are alone. Yes, your words are alone. Many English learners memorize single words. They write long lists in notebooks. One word, meaning. One word, meaning. One word, meaning. And this feels useful in the beginning, but when it is time to speak, the brain does not want only single words. The brain wants ready groups of words. The brain wants common phrases. The brain wants words that already live together. This is why fluent speakers sound fast. They are not creating every sentence word by word. They are using chunks. A chunk means a small group of words that usually go together. For example, do not only learn the word decision, learn the chunk, make a decision. Do not only learn the word break, learn the chunk, take a break. Do not only learn the word help, learn the chunk. Can you help me? This is how your speaking becomes faster. Think of your brain like a worker carrying bricks. If the worker carries one small brick at a time, the work is slow. One brick, then another brick, then another brick. But if the worker carries a group of bricks together, the wall is built faster. Single words are like single bricks. Chunks are like groups of bricks. When you learn chunks, your brain does not need to search for every word separately. It brings a full, useful piece of English. This reduces pressure. This saves time. This helps you speak with less translation. Let us practice with one simple chunk. I want to say it slowly. I want to study. Again. I want to study. Now add one word. I want to learn. Again. I want to learn. Now make it stronger. I want to learn English. Again. I want to learn English. Now add your real pain. I want to speak English. Again, I want to speak English. Now make it emotional. I want to speak English without fear. Again, I want to speak English without fear. Look at what happened. You did not start from zero every time. You used one chunk, I want to, and then you added your idea. This is a smart way to speak. Now take another chunk. I need to say it with me. I need to practice. Again, I need to practice. I need to listen. I need to speak slowly. I need to try again. This chunk is powerful because you can use it every day. When your brain is tired, do not search for a perfect sentence. Start with I need to and continue. I need to improve. I need to learn more words. I need to stop translating slowly. See, you are speaking. You are not silent. You are building English with a ready pattern. Now another very useful chunk is, I am going to. Say, I am going to study. Again, I am going to study. Say, I am going to speak. Say, I am going to watch this lesson again. This chunk helps you talk about the future. And when you can talk about now, your needs, your wants, and your future, you already have a strong speaking base. Here is one more chunk that every beginner needs. I don't know how to yet. This is very important because many learners become silent when they do not know something. But silence is not the only answer. You can speak about the problem itself. Say, I don't know how to say this. Again, I don't know how to say this. Say, I don't know how to explain. Say, I don't know how to answer. Again, this is real English. This is useful English. This sentence can save you in a conversation. Instead of freezing, you can say, I don't know how to explain, but I will try. That is confidence. That is progress. That is speaking before perfection. And here is another powerful chunk. Can you help me? Say, can you help me understand? Again, can you help me understand? Say, can you help me practice? Say, can you help me say this? Say, can you help me speak slowly? This chunk gives you power because it teaches you how to ask for support in English. You do not need to hide. You do not need to feel shame. A real learner asks for help. Now let us do a small practice together. Repeat these sentences slowly. I want to speak English. I need to practice every day. I am going to try again. I don't know how to say this, but I will try. Can you help me understand? Again. Feel these sentences. These are not only words, these are speaking tools. You can use them today. You can use them tomorrow. You can use them in real life. This is also how the brain learns faster. When the brain hears and uses the same group of words many times, it starts to remember the whole group as one piece. Then speaking becomes easier. You do not need to build everything from zero. You just pick a ready chunk and add your meaning. This is why learning chunks is better than memorizing only single words. Single words give you pieces. Chunks give you movement. So from today, do not only write single words in your notebook, write useful chunks. Do not write only decision, write make a decision. Do not write only rest, write take a rest. Do not write only afraid, write I feel afraid, but I can try. Do not write only English, write I want to speak English naturally. This small change can change your speaking life. Remember this line: you do not need thousands of big words to start speaking. You need small, useful chunks that your mouth can use quickly. Your words do not need to stay alone anymore. Give them friends. Put them into phrases. Put them into sentences. Put them into your daily life. And now keep watching, because in the next chapter, we will do the most important step. You have words, you have small sentences, you have chunks, but now you must open your mouth, because English does not become automatic only in your mind. English becomes automatic when you speak, before you feel ready. Chapter 6. Speak before you are ready. Now we have reached a very important part of this journey. You have learned why your brain freezes. You have learned that translation is only a habit. You have learned how to connect English to life. You have learned how to think in small sentences. You have learned how to use chunks, not lonely words. But now, my friend, we must face the real moment. The moment of speaking. Because English does not become strong only in your notebook. English does not become natural only in your mind. English becomes alive when it comes out of your mouth. And this is where many learners stop. They say, I will speak when I am ready. But listen carefully. If you wait until you are fully ready, you may wait forever. Speaking is not the reward after learning. Speaking is the way you learn. Many English learners feel this pain. They watch lessons. They understand the teacher. They write words in a notebook. They even know grammar rules. But when it is time to speak, their mouth becomes closed. Their heart beats fast. Their mind says, what if I make a mistake? What if my sentence is wrong? What if someone laughs? What if I forget the word? And because of this fear, they stay silent. But silence does not build fluency. Silence only protects fear. If you want to become fluent, you must speak before you feel perfect. You must speak with small words. You must speak with simple sentences. You must speak with mistakes. Because every sentence you speak is a message to your brain. English is safe. I can do this. The first powerful practice is self-talk. Self-talk means you talk to yourself in English. You do not need a partner. You do not need a classroom. You do not need a perfect accent. You only need your own voice. When you wake up, say, I am awake. When you stand up, say, I am getting up. When you drink tea, say, I am drinking tea. When you open your phone, say, I am using my phone. When you study, say, I am learning English. These sentences are simple, but they train your brain to connect action with English. Do not wait for a big conversation. Start with your own life. Your daily routine is your first speaking partner. The second powerful practice is the sports commentator method. Imagine a sports commentator. He does not stay silent. He describes what is happening. He says, "The player is running. He is passing the ball. He is moving forward. He is trying to score." Now, become the commentator of your own life. When you are walking, say, "I am walking slowly. I am looking at the road. I am going to the shop." When you are in your room, say, "I am sitting on my chair. I am opening my notebook. I am writing one English sentence. I am trying again." This method is powerful because it makes your brain speak about the present moment. You do not need to create a story from nothing. You only describe what is happening now. The third practice is shadowing. Shadowing means you listen and repeat immediately. You hear one sentence, then you say it. You do not stop to translate. You do not stop to check grammar. You do not stop to ask, "Why is this sentence like this?" First, just listen and repeat. Your ear hears the sound. Your mouth copies the sound. Your brain follows the rhythm. This trains your English speed. It also trains your pronunciation. And most importantly, it trains your brain to react in English, not translate slowly. You can shadow this lesson too. When I say, "I am learning English," you repeat, "I am learning English." When I say, "I can speak slowly," you repeat, "I can speak slowly." When I say, "I will not wait for perfect English," you repeat, "I will not wait for perfect English." The fourth practice is very important for real conversations. Learn how to explain the missing word. Many learners stop speaking because they forget one word. But fluent speakers do not stop completely. They explain. For example, maybe you forget the word umbrella. Do not freeze. Say, "It is something I use when it rains." Maybe you forget the word wallet. Say, "It is a small thing where I keep my money." Maybe you forget the word charger. Say, "It is something I use for my phone battery." This is a powerful skill. It teaches your brain that one missing word does not mean the whole conversation is finished. You can continue. You can explain. You can survive in English. Now let us practice together. Answer this simple question. What are you doing now? Say, "I am watching a video." Again, "I am watching a video." Now say, "I am learning English." Again, "I am learning English." Now say, "I am practicing slowly." Again, "I am practicing slowly." Now make it stronger. Say, "I am training my brain to think in English." Good. Now answer another question. How do you feel now? Say, "I feel nervous, but I can try." Again, "I feel nervous, but I can try." Say, "I feel slow, but I am improving." Say, "I feel afraid, but I will speak." These sentences are not only English practice. These sentences are confidence practice. My friend, your first English sentences do not need to be beautiful. They need to be alive. A living sentence with mistakes is better than a perfect sentence that never comes out. When you speak, your brain learns. When you repeat, your mouth becomes stronger. When you try again, fear becomes smaller. This is how confidence is built. Not by waiting, not by hiding, not by thinking for years. Confidence is built by small, brave actions. So from today, promise yourself one thing. Every day, speak a little English out loud, even for 1 minute. Talk to yourself. Describe your actions. Shadow 1, short sentence. Explain a word when you forget it. Do not wait for perfect grammar. Do not wait for perfect confidence. Speak before you are ready, because speaking is what makes you ready. And now keep watching, because in the next chapter, I will give you a simple 7-day plan to build your English brain. You will know exactly what to do on day 1, day 2, day 3, and every day after that. This plan will help you stop restarting again and again. It will help you practice in a simple way. And slowly, your brain will stop taking the long road of translation and start walking the direct road to English. Chapter 7. Build your English brain. Now we have reached the last chapter, but this is not the end of your journey. This is the beginning of your new English life. You have learned why your brain freezes. You have learned that translation is only a habit. You have learned how to connect English to real life. You have learned how to think in small sentences. You have learned how to use chunks, not lonely words. You have learned how to speak before you feel ready. But now comes the most important question. What will you do after this video ends? Because motivation is beautiful, but motivation alone is not enough. A video can touch your heart. A lesson can open your mind. But only daily practice can change your brain. Many English learners know this pain very well. They start learning English with strong hope. They say, "This time, I will improve." They watch one lesson. They write some words. They feel excited. Then life becomes busy. 1 day passes. 2 days pass. 1 week passes. Then they feel guilty. They come back and start again from zero. Again and again, they restart. My friend, maybe this has happened to you. If yes, do not feel shame. You are not lazy. You are not weak. You just did not have a simple system. You had motivation, but you did not have a small daily path. Today, I want to give you that path. You do not need to study English for 5 hours every day. You do not need to live in America or England. You do not need perfect grammar before you speak. You need small practice, repeated every day. Your brain changes by repetition. If you practice the translation road every day, your brain will translate. But if you practice the direct English road every day, your brain will slowly begin to think in English. So here is your simple 7-day plan. Follow it slowly. Follow it honestly. Do not try to be perfect. Just try to continue. Day 1. Name your room. Look around your room and name 20 things in English. Say, door, window, chair, table, phone, bed, light, book, bag, wall, floor. Do not only look, speak. Let your mouth move. Then make 5 small sentences. Say, "This is my phone. The door is open. My book is on the table. I am sitting on a chair. The light is on." This is not small work. This is brain training. You are teaching your brain to see real things and say English words directly. Day 2. Describe your actions. As you move through your day, speak about what you are doing. In the morning, say, "I am waking up. I am brushing my teeth. I am washing my face." In the kitchen, say, "I am making tea. I am drinking water. I am eating breakfast." When you walk, say, "I am walking. I am looking at the road. I am going outside." This practice is powerful because your actions are happening right now. Your brain does not need to imagine. It only needs to connect the action to English. Day 3. Think in feelings. Many learners forget this part, but feelings are very important. Real speaking is not only about objects, it is also about your heart. So on day 3, say your feelings in English. Say, "I feel tired. I feel happy. I feel nervous. I feel slow. I feel ready." Then make the sentences stronger. Say, "I feel nervous, but I can try. I feel slow, but I am improving. I feel afraid, but I will speak." These sentences are not only English practice, they are emotional training. They tell your brain that English is safe. Day 4. Use 5 chunks. Do not only learn single words. Use ready-made groups of words. Practice these 5 chunks. I want to, I need to, I am going to, I don't know how to, and can you help me? Now say, "I want to speak English. I need to practice every day. I am going to try again. I don't know how to explain, but I will try. Can you help me understand?" These chunks are like tools in your pocket. When your mind becomes blank, take one tool and start speaking. Day 5. Shadow 1 minute. Choose a short English clip. It can be from this video. Listen to one sentence and repeat it immediately. Do not translate. Do not stop to check grammar. Just listen and repeat. If the speaker says, "I am learning English," you say, "I am learning English." If the speaker says, "I can speak slowly," you say, "I can speak slowly." This practice trains your ear, your mouth, and your brain together. Shadowing teaches your brain to react in English. Day 6. Answer simple questions. Ask yourself 4 questions. What are you doing? Answer, "I am practicing English." How do you feel? Answer, "I feel nervous, but I can try." What do you want? Answer, "I want to speak English naturally." What did you do today? Answer, "Today I woke up, drank tea, worked, and practiced English." Keep your answers simple. Simple answers are better than silent fear. Day 7. Speak for 1 minute. This is your final practice of the week. Speak about your day for 1 minute. You can say, "Today I woke up early. I drank tea. I watched an English lesson. I practiced speaking. I made some mistakes, but I continued. I felt nervous, but I tried. I am proud of myself because I did not stop." This 1 minute may feel difficult in the beginning. That is okay. Speak slowly. Pause if you need. Use small sentences. The goal is not perfection. The goal is movement. Now imagine doing this every week. Every week, you name things. You describe actions. You speak about feelings. You use chunks. You shadow. You answer questions. You speak for 1 minute. Slowly, your brain will stop running to translation first. Slowly, English will become closer. Slowly, your mouth will become braver. You will not become fluent in one night, but you will become stronger every day. My friend, your English brain is not missing. It is sleeping. Every small sentence wakes it up. Every time you say, I am learning, you wake it up. Every time you say, I can try, you wake it up. Every time you speak before you feel ready, you wake it up. One day, you will hear a question in English, and your brain will not panic. Your brain will not run the long road. It will understand the meaning. It will find the words. And you will answer naturally, slowly, confidently, and proudly. So do not wait for perfect English. Start with today's English. Start with one word. Start with one sentence. Start with 1 minute. You do not need to become perfect to begin. You need to begin to become better. Your journey is not finished. It is just becoming real. Now write this in the comments. I will think in English. Like this video if it helped you. Share it with a friend who is also translating in their head. And subscribe to Bookish English for more simple English lessons. Thanks for watching, and please comment, share this video, like this video, and subscribe to the channel.